Mark Jones joins me after that. Mark, you've lost 1-0. Fair to say you didn't deserve to lose 1-0. You had a good performance, but a lot of frustration again.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had enough of the game today, haven't we, to sort of score a goal, definitely. We've had 2 or 3 very good shots in the first half. One, their keeper's pulled off one excellent save from Nana Owusu, and I actually thought the performance, all things considered, was quite encouraging. But it doesn't sort of, change the fact that we have lost the game 1-0, and it feels incredibly deflating and ultimately really disappointing. We understand it's a results business, and at the moment we're not getting enough results. But, as I say, I didn't think we deserved to lose the game, but it's not a real consolation to me that the fact that their sort of players and staff were sort of saying, listen, you didn't deserve that afterwards. In some ways, it almost makes it even worse. But what we've got to do is we've got to step up at the key moments, and we've had enough opportunities today. And when we really needed, in terms of that final bit, sometimes we're found wanting too often, and we can't keep saying unlucky. That's 12 games now. The table doesn't lie. We have got our problems in terms of injuries and things like that to key players, and any team's going to struggle with the amount that we've got out at the moment. But I don't like making excuses, and I know that sounds like an excuse. We've had enough of the ball today, enough of the ball in key areas to get something from the game, and we didn't do.
And you say the players out, as you said, many teams would struggle to have that many sort of first choice players out, but the players that stepped in didn't let you down. There was plenty of huff and puff, but it's just the old problem of not being clinical in front of goal.
No, that's right. You're not going to score every chance you make, but the better teams will be clinical. There wasn't much in the game at all. I think, I would go as far as say we were probably the better team. Certainly second half, it was all us, wasn't it? We must have had 80% possession. It was literally wave after wave of attack. To be fair, they did catch us on the break a couple of times, which is to be expected. So fair play to them for that. But really the difference today is a penalty decision, isn't it, that's gone against us. I think 99 times out of 100 that doesn't get given. There's always sort of things going on in the box. Their number 9 I thought was a handful actually most of the game, Richardson. The referee's word to me was that he felt that Fintap was grabbing hold of him and he'd held on to him for a long time and didn't let go. The even more frustrating thing for us is that Harry actually came and claimed it quite easily, and whatever was going on with Finn and their centre forward behind Harry, I didn't think really affected in terms of the flight of the ball or what was going to happen. So it wasn't even if like a penalty was given against us, like a last ditch tackle, the lad was going to score. Harry's come out and just claimed that ball, and he's given us sort of penalty for something else that's happening sort of 4 or 5 yards away, which is so frustrating, and I don't think they get given. Reece Beckles-Richards reckons he was being held down in the box the other end, and we don't get the decision. So when your luck's out, it's out. We're performance wise we're having a go, and we haven't played badly again here today, but we've got to start stepping up at the key moments at both ends of the pitch.
I'm glad you mentioned the penalty decision, because it was part of what I thought. I thought it was very contentious, and there was no real appeal for the penalty. That was the strange thing. Nobody sort of was looking for a penalty. But after that, after the setback of going down, as you said, second half, you dominated the game and should have got something out of it. Craig Fastenmaid towards the end there couldn't have really been in a better position to score.
Yeah, Craig's got to score that. I think he misjudged the flight of the ball, and in the end he sort of made an attempt sort of to go with his stomach, I think, but that he's got to be scoring that. Craig knows that, and it's a golden opportunity. You're not going to get many better chances than that in a game of football, and he's got to score it, and he didn't. And I'm not don't want to hammer Craig because he's a young lad who's come through our academy, but you can't keep talking about potential. If I'm going to play these players, they've got to be delivering. Young Jensen, 18, played again today. He did okay, and then we're bringing on sort of gambling on young people like Tyrese Paul-Jones, and we've got 2 16-year-olds on the bench. And we just haven't, at the moment, with the amount of players that we've got out, we haven't got any strength in depth. And I actually this week, was trying to talk to Reece Morel-Williamson, who actually came on a sub for them, an experienced player at this level, but I couldn't really get him because we couldn't afford it, and it's just at the moment we're maxed out on certain things, and the injuries are taking their toll, but we have to you know, some of the players have got to do a bit more. They've got to step up. At the key moments, we're not delivering enough. But in general play, the performance was, you know, nothing in it, and if anything, we might have slightly been the better team. And, you know, I think even they said we didn't deserve that, but it's not really a consolation. And I don't want people to sort of think, oh, you know, Jonah, you know, it's the same old thing, you know, saying it again. And I'm as aware as anybody that we've got to start getting results. But we have been here before, you know. I think you know, we've got enough experience now in our management team to know how to get out of these situations. Funnily enough, I don't know if you was going to mention it, I think we've actually moved up a place in the table today, bizarrely enough. We're on goal difference, so that's a bit unusual to actually lose the game 1-0 and move up the table, so at least we can smile about that, and that's some positive to take out of today. But we've, you know, I know, without wishing to keep repeating myself, we've had enough of it today. We've had enough of the ball, we've had enough opportunities to score a goal, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that.
Just finally, I was going to mention that, thanks for stealing my thunder there. Just finally, a week's break now ahead of a massive game next weekend. The love affair with the FA Cup, we've had some fantastic runs in it. Hampton and Richmond next weekend, they're struggling at the bottom of the table themselves, so I guess put this behind you and look ahead to what could be another huge game next Saturday.
Well, that's all we can do, isn't it? There's no point getting too down or feeling too sorry for ourselves. You know, I'm sorry for the supporters, you know, that we haven't managed to get them anything today, and I'm sorry for everybody involved at the club. And, you know, I feel it just as much as everyone else, believe me, you know, probably more. But we will keep working. That's all we can do. We keep trying to do the right things. We'll keep honest in our approach. We've just got to work on little details in things in training this week about, you know, combination playing in around the box. Work on some set pieces that will make us more dangerous from set plays, because, you know, we've had so many opportunities today. You know, 8 or 9 corners second half. You know, we've had 5 or 6 free kicks in really good areas, and we almost got a couple of opportunities from them, but we don't look dangerous enough from those situations. So we've got to go back to the drawing board on that. But rest assured, we will keep working. As you said, you know, FA Cup is an opportunity for us to play in another competition. A 2-week break from the league now. We'll certainly be giving it our best against Hampton next Saturday. You know, it's going to be a tough one. It's probably a game that's a bit of a flip of the coin game, to be honest. Hopefully our home advantage, you know, can tell. We'll certainly be giving Hampton every respect in our preparations this week, and we've got to make sure that we work well this week in training, work on the things that we hope that can make the difference for us in a match situation. Fingers crossed we can try and get a couple of players back. I'm praying for that, you know. You know, we'll see. We'll hope that we can keep working with those boys this week and we get some injuries back, and we'll keep going. And that's all you can do. Let's not get too down about it. There were encouraging signs today. We didn't deserve to lose the game, in my opinion, but after 12 games, the table doesn't lie, and I am very much aware of that.
Mark, thanks as ever. Onwards and upwards, and safe journey home.
Thank you.